Hello, Alex and Ms. Harper. I'm Joan Arnold. As you know, we've met before. I am Alex's caseworker, and I'm just following up on our meeting of a few weeks ago where we talked about Alex's transition plan for when he graduates from high school. We've also sent you a digital copy via the email that I sent this in, and you will have a hard copy as well. Since this is Alex's plan, feel free to write on the hard copy or the digital copy and we can make changes. We will be meeting again, but it will be a little bit down the road. So if you want, we can correspond with any changes or ideas that either of you may have. So I'm just going to give a brief overview so that you understand why I wrote the goals that I wrote and some of my ideas for how we can get Alex to meet his goals. So I first describe Alex, as we know, a 17-year-old young man with autism. He's performed well in math in elementary school and is a very diligent, detail-oriented, and methodical person. And he's using those skills at his current job at the local office supply store. His boss considers him to be a valuable employee. He's punctual. He's willing to stay late if needed. Actually, his boss would like him to work more if he could. So we'll talk about that as we move on down to the goals. He's participating in a community-based training program to learn and practice office skills, which is great. I think that's something that he should keep doing. And I know Alex said he enjoys working at the supply store and, of course, really enjoys having his own money to spend. So as we move down to the goals are broken down into 3 categories. We have post-secondary education and training, then we have jobs and employment, and then independent living. So, after graduation, I have said that Alex will participate in job training at a local vocational rehabilitation center to build on his office skills. Mom, you mentioned that in a prior IEP meeting that you would like to get that set up for Alex. He's currently happy working at the office supply store, but he has great skills in office work and business work, so he could get more training and maybe he would like to look for a different job at some point. I know that Alex has expressed some anxiety and issues with communicating and some of the social skills to talk to his boss. It is very intimidating to talk to your boss. I understand that well. So I think they can also give him some training with communication and social skills so he can build relationship with his coworkers and with his boss. In terms of job and employment, I think he could continue his employment at the local office supply store while he's getting more training, and then he can add an additional 10 hours per week or more if that's preferred, because his boss likes him so much he would like him to add more. We also would like to improve his production rate for task completion associated with his job duties. Right now, it can take him a bit longer. He's so diligent and conscientious that it can take a little bit longer. So that's another goal, to try to go a little bit quicker. Independent living, I know you talked about Alex is going to continue to live with you for the foreseeable future, but we can start building on some of the skills that he might need if he does find he's able to live independently or perhaps live in a group home where he will need to be able to make a budget and maybe start saving. So in order to accomplish these goals, we have this year left, his junior year, and then we have all of his senior year left next year. So I have some goals set for April, May to be able to talk with his boss within the next few months. Talk to his boss a little bit about his positive performance. We'll focus on something that's enjoyable to talk about. He can work on that by participating in a communication and self-advocacy program at our school. And we use role modeling to practice conversation skills. So the social worker can help set that up, and Alex and Mom, you can practice these things at home. Also, by another couple months after that, he can talk with his boss about working extra hours over the summer months and arrange that exactly how much he wants to work and when that would happen. So then over the summer, Alex will increase the hours working at the office supply job. And that he can work in the school office maybe 2 or 3 days per week during his study hall. And one of those days, he can be the person who asks office visitors what they need. So give him some more communication practice. During senior year, Alex can start working on creating a personal budget for spending his earnings. I know right now he likes to buy fast food and movies, but it'll be good for him to start saving some of that money. So he can take a consumer math class next year in his senior year, and that will help him learn and practice all those skills. And I also have that Alex will reduce his perseveration on task performance to increase productivity. That goes along with the ultimate goal to increase performance. So we can set up with the social worker a series of activities that you can do at home, where you have an activity to complete similar to what he does at work, and you can use a timer, and you can kind of track how long did it take, and then he will reduce those rates by repeating the task where you're setting the timer for shorter and shorter times, gradually reducing. And if you'd like, we can set up that he can receive a reward each time he meets the time limit. So I will continue to be in close communication with you through all of this time period. We can email back and forth. We can set up a phone meeting. And of course, we will have another official meeting by the end of the school year, and of course during next year as well, where we can finalize everything and find out exactly what changes Alex might want to make. So thank you very much for watching and listening, and I will be in touch with you soon.